Okay, so hello and welcome. So you could be watching this from Facebook, you could be watching this from LinkedIn, you could be watching this in YouTube. Hello and welcome. My name is Claire Clark, and I help business owners elevate their brand, grow their business, and stay front of mind. Stay front of mind. What do I do? Using planners, workbooks, and journals. Can't get my words out today. Yes, so I help businesses do that using planners, workbooks, and journals that have been strategically created and positioned and laid out, all of this loveliness. And that's what we're here to talk about today. We are here to talk in particular to Susan, who likes to be called Suze. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me on.
You are welcome. Do let the world know who you are and what you do, and we'll start talking about your book.
Well, that's an awkward one. Suze, I am the owner and founder of my business Sunshine and Sparkles, which has quite a few different arms and legs, and I spin quite a few plates. I also work part-time doing accounts, and I am also an executive leader for Tropic Skincare. So I spin an awful lot of plates. So if anybody's sitting in the background thinking they don't know how they would have time to fit something like this in, if I can do it, anybody really can do it.
Brilliant. Yes. Didn't even ask her to say that.
I know.
That's a good one. Lovely. And it's so lovely to have you here because you have very recently released your... I don't have a copy. I feel so left out.
I'll hold it up for you.
Released your 2024 business planner, and I love it. I want to stroke it.
So pretty.
Yeah, so tell us about it. What is it? Who's it for?
So I obviously, because I'm a Tropic ambassador and I work part-time and I'm a mum of 2 kids, I'm running about a lot, and I need a planner to be able to support my team, to support my family, and have it all there. I very much need it to be in half-hourly increments, and most of what I was finding on the internet is hourly. I used to use Pro Planner, which I absolutely loved, and Emma shut the doors on that a couple of years ago, so I was devastated, and that is how this came about, because I thought, oh my God, how am I going to cope without this planner? And then I had heard of you in and around for a few years. I'd followed you a little bit, and then you were launching your course, and I thought, you know what, just do it. Maybe you can, it's no harm done by having a look. And so I created my own planner, which has the half-hourly increments along with lots of other lovely stuff in there too.
Oh, so excited. I remember when we were talking about your planner, and you were talking about the bits that you liked that you'd, from the Pro Planner, your bits that you liked from other things, and you wanted to pull things together. And we did also have a conversation, didn't we, about what's the word? Plagiarism. I suppose her books aren't around anymore. Can you still buy them? I'm not sure if you can still buy them. But that was interesting because it came up, because that is something that we don't advocate within in creating books and stuff. But what can happen is people like different parts of different things, and not one book that they can find, or one planner, I should say, does the bits they want, like that bit. So it was really super interesting, and it was brilliant to see you pull those bits together to create something that works exactly how you want it to work. And I know that the way that you will have put it together will also work for lots of people. Do you want to just tell us a bit about a couple of the sections that are in there?
So there's lots of different things. I have done it alongside the lunar cycles because I'm a bit of a moon geek, and I absolutely love everything to do with the moon. I love working with the energies of the moon. I like to know when the new moons are, the full moons are. So that is all in the planner as well. So you've got a key at the start. Now this is when I've got to try and hold it up and everybody can see it. So I'll just show you quickly what the key. So you've got a key at the start there. God, wait, here we go, this way.
It's like, where's my right?
So there's just a brief description. I've only done it for the quarterly phases. And in there it'll tell you how to work with the new moon energy, the first quarter, full moon, and the last quarter. And then throughout the planner, so in the pages where you've got I'm not very good at this. To hold. So this is just sort of your diary planner. You've got your to-do list down here. We've got a weekly affirmation that is here just to keep you nice and upbeat. And then let me come this way. You can see it now. Can you see? There's a little full moon there. Just all the way through. It's so tiny to see. I better choose one that's got a darker colour on it. There's a quarter. That way.
Brilliant. I love to be able to see a week over 2 pages. I love to be able to
Yes.
open a book and
Yeah.
see what carnage is ahead of me for that week.
Well, do you know, this
Yeah.
year just gone, I've been using a page a day diary and it has thrown me completely off. I feel like because I'm not looking at my week ahead and it's in the page, it's honestly, it's blown my mind. So I am so excited to get back to having a weekly planner. So you've got your stages all the way through that you can look. Then at the new moon, you want to be setting your intentions for the month ahead or your goals, depending on how you want to see it. So at the start of every month, you've got, oh God, I'm really bad at this, new moon intentions. So you can write them down at the start of every month. And they're there and they're with you and they're there to look back on. Then you've all got your month planner at the start of each month. You have a monthly affirmation, which is even bigger and bolder.
Yeah.
Again, just to repeat and keep saying and help to reprogram your subconscious. And then at the end,
There's even space around that if you wanted to kind of doodle or
yeah,
like
you can
brain
use
jump
it
on
however
that.
suits you best. And at the end, this bit I think is really important. You've got, oh God, that page. January reflections.
Yeah.
So we've got one of these at the end of every month. And what I think, in my view, how to use that is at any time throughout the month when something really good is happening or when you've had a win. And it can be something as simple as you've maybe felt really low that day and you've made it to the end of the day and you're so chuffed, and writing that down. Or you've got 2 new customers that month, or the tiniest of little things, write them down. And when the full moon comes around and you're feeling a little bit emotional and you're feeling a little bit low, have a look at those reflections and remind yourself of all of the good things that have been happening. So that, in my view, is what the reflections pages were. Or even looking back through your month, once you get to the end of the month, what worked for you business-wise, what maybe didn't work for you, because the full moon's all about letting go. So there's maybe things you've put in place that didn't work for you, and we can forget. So just write down what doesn't work, what did work, and that is kind of the aim of what the reflections pages are for as well.
I think and let me know, anybody else, let me know if you feel like this as well. I think we are really bad at it's not that we're really bad at it. It's that we get so caught up in the next thing, the next thing, the next thing, and striving and doing and whatever, that we very, very often forget to either stop and look at what we've achieved, or we just forget what we've achieved. We forget how far we've come, and we kind of just rate our today on what was only yesterday. And actually, sometimes you need to just look a little bit further back, like 12 months ago, 3 months ago. Like, if I look at myself and go, if I said to myself, what, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, when I started this is where I'd be like, oh my God, that's amazing. Like, I can't believe it. Like, yes, yes, yes. And then some days I'm like, what am I doing here? And I'm like, what
Well,
am I
to
doing
me,
here?
if I'd said to myself 12 months ago, will I actually finish Claire's course? I'm not sure I would have believed myself.
Oh, well, that leads us nicely into, how did you find the course? Like, how did
I
you
loved it.
find it? Like, yeah, go on,
So
sorry.
I'm a background girl. I'm not good at being part of a community. I'm not part of infiltrating with what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm a massive procrastinator and I'm very bad at doing everything at the last minute. But at the last minute is when I seem to work.
So you work well under pressure.
Very
Maybe.
much so. And the bigger
Rephrase.
scope of time I've got, the more I'm going to dilly-dally about and do other things. So it was kind of, I remember speaking to you and you're like, if you're going to do this planner, you've not got long left. And that was when it was like, right, I'm not waiting another year.
Yeah, because you've created a dated planner.
Yeah.
Not everyone does dated planners. Some people do undated ones. Some people do workbooks, journals, whatever. I'm like, if you want this out for 2024, you've got this window you need to get it out there for.
And
then
when I signed up for your course, I was just too late for it to have been the year before. It was kind of like, no, you'll not be able to create this in time.
Yeah.
So then I sat on it for ages. And again, it got to that, right, Suze, are we booking you in or what?
Yeah. Poke.
So I was like, okay, right, I can't let this go. And yeah, I loved it. I could sit in the background. I would definitely say, don't feel like you've got to rush through it. Yeah. Do it at the time that you're working on that part. If you try and jump too far ahead, you'll just overwhelm yourself. Yeah. And like even the uploading onto Amazon, all of that kind of thing, it was like, right, I'm at that point now. I'm going to go back and I'm going to rewatch these videos and I'm going to take it step by step. And yeah, it was just fab, and I'm just amazed that I finished it.
And I love that. So one of the ways that the course is structured is all of the modules are in bite-sized pieces. So there used to be one long training, but I a couple of years ago I split it all into bite-sized trainings, which means that if you're on the section where you are, I don't know, creating your interiors, or you're loading onto Amazon and you've got a little bit of time, you can just watch a couple of videos. If you've got all day, you can binge watch. If you're coming back to something because you've already done it, but you just want to know one little bit, you don't have to watch the whole 45-minute training. You can go through those bite-sized pieces. They're all labelled, right? I want to know that one. I want to know about categories, right? I'll just watch that bit. And I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. I think this is like the third time I've done the course with the bite-sized things. I'm like, I should have done this from the start, but hey ho, here we are. And the other thing which you touched on, which I think is really important, is so this course is 99.9% aimed at business owners. Okay, there's the odd person that does it for a legacy book or for something that's just a personal experience, and that's absolutely fine. But 99% of people are business owners. You've got other stuff going on. You've got your business to run, or in Susan's case, you've got 3 businesses to run. So I want it to be that you can make this as big or as little a part of your life as you want it to be while you're doing other stuff. I don't want it to be a time suck. I don't want it to be that the support in Facebook group is that if you're not there, you feel like you're missing out. If you're not engaging, if you're not chatting, you don't feel, you feel like you're not part of something. You don't have to be. Like Susie, you can just be stealth in the background, turn up when you need some help, slide back out when you're done, and be there, because I don't want it to be a time suck. There's too much other stuff going on for this to be a time suck. But I do want you to have a really good book, and I do want you to have, a really good, successful, something you're proud of that you can hold up and go, oh, I love this. I love this.
And I do, honestly, I keep looking at it going, I created that? And I have to say as well, I am not creative. I am not arty. I really struggle with anything like that at all. So for me to have actually done something like this is huge. Brilliant. Although you did help me with the cover.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because everybody that does the course gets the cover done for them. And the reasons we do that is because it really helps people. A lot of people aren't designers. There is a module in there that talks through, creating basic covers for yourself, because this is a rinse and repeat method, right? When you've done this course, you can make as many of these books as you want again, right? You've got this now. You can make as many as you like. But with that first one, a few reasons why we make that cover for you is because we want you to get excited. And we know that if we make that cover for you, it really does help you drive you along. And if you want to procrastinate a little bit and we're like, we're going to make you an amazing cover, it just does help you kind of go, okay, let's do it then. And we love doing that. We love creating. So it's all
I definitely needed that. I think had I not had the cover from you and then a time scale to follow, that was what really drove me forward to get it done.
You'll kind of drifted off, won't you, into the
yeah.
And it would have gone into the pile of courses that don't get completed again. Yeah. So I'm really results driven. So every time I've done this course, I'm not sure how many times we've done this course now, maybe 6. This might be coming up on the 7th one. I'm very results driven. So I look back at what happened and who did that and why didn't it happen, and put things in place to make sure that as many people as possible complete it and have a really good success rate. What did you might have already said this.
Well, if this is going to be a question I'm not going to know the answer to, I feel awkward now.
What did you enjoy the most?
What do I enjoy most about it?
And you can literally just say holding the finished
actually thing. Learning more about Canva, because I use Canva anyway for my other business. So I got quite a lot of hints and tips on things I didn't know that were really simple. So that was good. It's like it's given me confidence to navigate about that for all aspects of life. Even things like making... I just made my daughter a fake ticket for Aladdin, and I did that on Canva, so it just opens up, it makes things a lot easier for everything in life. So learning about Canva was brilliant.
Yeah, good, marvellous. So final question is, what would you say to someone who's thinking about doing the course?
Oh, definitely do it.
Or if they're thinking about working with me because they're like, Claire, just do it for you. Like, we can do it for you as well if you want.
2 things. Claire is so down to earth, so real. There's nothing... She's just really approachable. So definitely. And me and Claire don't talk often. It's not like we're besties and I'm there saying that. Like,
we're friends.
Well...
I know what you mean.
Very approachable anyway.
Yeah. No, I get it. I'm pulling your leg. We're not. We're
And
not.
yeah, if
We're not.
I
We're not
can
connected
spend,
outside of. We're not connected outside of here.
no,
Like really, Yeah.
if I can spend as many plates as I do in life, and trust me, there is a lot of plates, and I can still complete this course, definitely do it. You've nothing to lose. You don't have a time scale. You have a time scale for your cover, depending on what you want to do.
Yeah.
But the inside of your book, you don't have a time scale. So what have you got to lose, really, in doing it, apart from learning some new skills? And yeah, definitely do it.
Yeah. Brilliant. Thank you. So I am going to make sure that the links for your book is underneath this video so people can go and have a look at it. But tell us, and I'll include links as well, but tell us, where can we find out more about you, about your multiple businesses, or whatever it is you want to share, so that people can go and see more of you?
So the main place I would say to go is I've got a website, which is www.sunshineandsparkles.co.uk. You can go and join our mailing list there, and don't worry, I will not spam you. I don't bombard you. I just every now and again give you an update on what's going on, or give you some helpful coping tips with life. So that's the main place. On Instagram, it is at sunshine_and_sparkles11. On Facebook, it's at sunshineandsparkles11.
Brilliant. And like I said, I'll pop all of those links underneath, as well as a link to the book, even if you just want to go and have a nosy of it. Go and buy it. It's brilliant.
It's also available hardback and paperback.
Oh, it is, yeah. Which one have you got there?
So I did hardback because that's what I love, because I use it so much. But from a cost perspective, when I went to cost it, I thought I didn't want it to be unattainable for everybody. So I then decided, no, I need to make a paperback version. So excuse the print across the middle. This is a proof copy. So it is a glossy version. It's slightly smaller, 8x10. So it's available in both.
I like that. And sometimes it is actually you want to just spend a bit less. Sometimes it is actually you prefer paperback, you prefer hardback. Like there's lots
I am
of
a hardback girl, but when I saw the price, I just thought that's just hard for some people. There was never an intention for paperback. It was a kind of last minute, oh gosh, this is a lot higher than I was expecting.
And if you're carrying it around in your bag, you might want a paperback because it's a little bit lighter. Like it's all the options are there. Brilliant. So if you want to know more or find out more about the course or working with me or anything about planners, workbooks and journals to grow your business, elevate your brand, find me across all the social media channels at I am Claire Clark, and we look forward to seeing you on another Look in the Book session. So thank you very much, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.
Bye.